I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good night, good evening. Blessings to one and all. I am Man in His Man, sporting my Arsenal jersey. Yes, indeed. And it is a good day to be here. It is the day that the Most High God has made, and we rejoice and we are glad in it. Listen, I always tell people, life is not guaranteed to no man. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. So every day you're alive, you look to the hills from whence cometh your help. Your help comes from the Lord, and you give thanks. You have to give thanks for this precious gift of life. Here's the thing, you have a family, make sure that you tell your sons, your daughters, your spouse that you love them. You understand me? You love them. Don't carry people in your heart. Release every bitterness, every malice, every anger, every unforgiveness. Let me teach you a lesson about those kind of things. It is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You understand me? Listen to management. Your heart is too small to carry people on it or in it. You can't them too, especially some big old overweight people. Don't put them by your heart. It will crush it. All right? Them too big. Don't put them on your heart. Today we're going to have a very interesting program. Right, let me just give you some update. We have the big superstar journalist who is at the football game all the while. He's going to come on. He's going to be a very, very special guest. You know him, but he's going to be on tonight. He's going to be sharing the platform with me. But, he's a man of many documents and documentation and many stuff. So I'm allowing him time in the background to get together all his paperwork as he prepares for this. You understand me? But today I was expecting some boys to do a man's job, but they failed. I was expecting Chelsea to do a job for me, but you can never ever trust little kids to go and do big man work. So Arsenal will have to deal with their business with City because we have no confidence in this Chelsea team, as they were defeated by 1-0 by Manchester City in the EPL. All right, we're going to talk about some things today. We're going to talk about the mix of the Jamaica under-17 squad. Players, not a lot, but players from USA and from out of England that are in the squad, mixed with our local players. We're going to talk about the quality, and a big issue that came up today in the media about how a particular coach, because one of his players didn't make the team, other players were told not to really be a part of the team. And we're going to look at the implications of that and parenting on a whole, and how parenting is pivotal in all of this. I'm going to bring up some of the issues that has come to light in all of this as well, in terms of how coaches sometimes put these kids under pressure. They're at the camp and they are being called to come and play in other tournaments and other competitions. We are going to talk about that as well. All right, we're going to give you the names of around close to 30 of the 34-man squad. We're not sure that all 34 will be going to the tournament. It could be down to 30. We're going to give you the name. As you know, Maran Garden is the coach of this team. So let me big up every person in the comment section. Fresh God, you understand me? Gunners Bar says, God, said. King Jav, big up yourself, right? Yeah, man. And yeah, man, bless up yourself. All the persons watching, lots of love, lot of respect. Shavan Peart, bless up yourself. All right, lots of respect, my brother. And every person watching, remember to do the key things. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. After you have done that, you can support the channel by giving a super chat and a super sticker. Very easy to do. Right beside the comment section, there's a $sign. If you hit that $sign and you have a credit card, it does bam. If you're in the Europe or in North America, South America, you can do it. If you're in Jamaica not able to do super chat unless you have some American info. All right, so let's bring on our special guest and we're going to drop some information on you. You know him as Unseen Sports TV, one of the true ones out there, true warriors out in the field with me. You understand me? We're doing lots of work together. Unseen, welcome to the show, man. Talk it true blue, blessed indeed, because we are not stressed indeed.
Thank you very much, man. Happy New Year to you and your fans in the comment section there. Big up the man. Them Talk it true blue, Gunners Bar, Shavan Peart. Big up yourself. Long time I don't see on these platforms in Shavan Peart. I don't know. You can get no time to come on the platform them in Shavan. I understand. Gunners Bar, big up yourself. King Jav, all of the man them Fresh God, you know? Yeah, man, Fresh God are really out, you know. Celebrating birthday the other day.
Yeah, man. We can't miss Fresh God birthday, man. When a Fresh God birthday is a fresh birthday, no, man. What you talk about? We can't you understand me? A Fresh God birthday, no, man. Yeah, man. But we did remember, we did heal him up and thing because he was on the stream, you know. All on him birthday him on the stream, you understand me? So, yeah, man, a lot of respect for that. All right, Unseen. So listen, what have you been hearing about this under 17? We were on your show earlier, you were talking about a particular coach who, for whatever reason, seemed to have pulled some of his players out of the setup because one of his players was deemed to not be at the requisite level to make the team, and so they cut him from the squad. In fact, what happened is that they cut one of his players from the squad, and because of that, he withdrew other players from the squad. What is your information on that? And then we'll get into some more details as it relates to that issue.
Continue to talk, Alico management. Continue to talk.
Yeah. So what we have heard is that there were, I think, 5 Phoenix players who were called to this camp, minimum. Denzel McKenzie, Carlton Brown, Dante Peralta, Jamani Bell, and Dylan John. 4 of those players made the final cut. Carlton Brown, Denzel Mitchell, Dylan John, Jamani Bell. Those 4 made the final cut. One player who didn't make that final cut was Dante Peralta.
One is man, Denzel McKenzie.
Denzel McKenzie, right? Denzel McKenzie, Carlton Brown, Dylan John, and Jamani Bell. The one who didn't make it was Peralta. All right. Yeah, yeah. Denzel Washington Mackenzie. Yeah. There you go, fresh.
Oh,
One,
so
right?
rich man name, you know.
Yeah. So what happened is that the information that we have received is that the players, the 4 players, were given an ultimatum, and the ultimatum is either you come and play with us in a practice game and don't go to the Jamaica camp, or you go to the Jamaica camp and you're not a part of us. All right? 2 of the 4 players chose to go to the under 17 camp. That is, from our reports, Dylan John and Jamani Bell. The other 2 players, in protest of Dante Peralta, opted to go to the practice game and not go to the national camp because they were given an ultimatum. Now, if all of this is true, and from the information that we have gathered and sources that we have spoken to, right, Unseen, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it is the truth. Or you know what Jamaicans say, if you no go so,
Alleged. Just use the word alleged.
yeah. If you no go so, it go close to so. All right? If it is not so, we will publicly apologize for any misinformation. But
Right.
that's the information we have received from what we consider to be credible sources. Now, let me give you my take on scene. I don't know if you want to go first, and then I can go afterwards.
All right. So I believe first thing first, I think we have to look at the player. Is Dante Peralta. I am a Mona supporter. Fresh God know, most people know in the comment section. I'm a Mona supporter. And I am going to say this categorically clear. I don't have any problem with the coaching staff not selecting Dante Peralta for this camp where, not all these players are going to be there at the end. Some of them some players are going to send home, going to be sent home. So we have to look at the player management. And I believe that there are better players in his position. I don't know which position he's going to play because he play all different positions. He play forward, Mona. He play right back, left back, wing back. I'm going to play Spinasi man goal. And that's that man is one. I think the better position for him, if he have a chance in the national team, would be right back or something like that. You understand me? And his quality is not there as yet. I'm not saying that the player is not good, but his quality is not there as yet. He's not better than most of the players that are playing in the schoolboy league. And some players who did not play in the schoolboy league who are sitting out and playing for clubs in the Premier League are there better than him. You understand my man is man? So at the end of the day, we have to look at that. And then now we have to look at the pattern management. In the under 15, 2 players were there, which is Dylan John and Jamani Bell. Denzel Washington Mackenzie went to England, did not take up the spot to play for the under 15 team. So it's a trend.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there you go. Well said, Unseen. Good response to that. So let me put it this way, and I share some of the sentiments of Unseen. So let's backtrack a little bit. During the time of the pandemic, there was an under 15 tournament, right?
Right.
And 4 of these players were also invited. Like you said, 2 went. The 2 that went were Dylan John and Jamani Bell. Washington and Brown, I believe, went to England at the same time. So because they could have played in the under 15, but they didn't. Here it is again that an under 17 team is being picked. You have 5 players and 4 has been selected. And because of 1, you basically wanted to pull the other 4 out of the team. It is because I think of the strong will of the parents of John and Bell why they were not pulled. And I am beginning to wonder if a lot of this has to do with parenting, because what role do the parents of the other kids have in their life in terms of decision making? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is if you want to go to Europe, what better place to display your talent than in an under-17 tournament?
Right.
That's a big way to advertise your gift and your talent. So you should be given the opportunity to do so. And any responsible adult, I believe, should look for the best interest of the child. Now, you may say, well, I can get them to do this otherwise, but this is a nation. And if at this age, we're teaching our kids to basically strike in protest of a player, what if all the clubs were to do that? What if Mount Pleasant were to say, I am going to pull all of my players from out of this program because of other players? What if Clarendon College did that? What if Glenmuir did that? What if Campion did that? What if Gavin Massey did that? What if JC did that? What if KC? What if all the teams said, listen, one of our players should be there, they are not there, so we're going to pull all the others? We would not have a team. And I just personally believe that we have to act responsible in terms of our kids and teach them the right way, because there is a time when you have to stand up for what is right, but I don't think that this is the time for it. Go ahead and see.
Just to add to what he's saying, JC could say, I am the champions of schoolboy football, and I only have two players in one player in the under-17 team. I'm going to pull my player, because I'm the champion of the best elite league, youth league in the country.
Yeah,
and
you
understand?
Yeah, but and Stets did, because Stets win one, JC won one. Stets don't have any player in the team. Should Stets now protest their players playing for Jamaica, or Keith Wellington come out and say, Issa, well, they don't have any Stets players, so none of the schoolboys will be allowed to play? We can't operate when we're dealing with the kids that way. But again, this comes down, I think, to parenting, because do you realize that the stronger parents, in other words, when they talk about Jamani Bell, stronger
parents.
Yeah, strong parental support and backing. Same thing with Dylan John, right?
Same thing with Whisper, strong parents.
There you go. So for them, because I also believe that maybe some of these players would not have played for the schools that they played for if they didn't have this, if they didn't have strong parenting. And that is why I think they played in the under 15, and it is their parent who said, no, you are going to play for the national team at the under 17. No, right. It brings me to a next point, unseen, because a lot of times these things happen to the same people who we quote unquote call poor, or, you understand me, are the less privileged people. Let's use that word.
Less fortunate.
The less privileged or less fortunate in our society, who we are trying to help. Sometimes we end up jeopardizing by our very actions. Because I believe that he has all good intent in helping them. But sometimes you mustn't let your good be evil spoken of. You can't be doing good and overriding it with negative actions. It's going to amount to nothing.
Because, the player, they blacklist the player, they might get the player in blacklist.
Yeah, but how do in other words, but right, how do the players feel if you know that, imagine you know in your heart that you should be in the team, and the only reason why you're not playing is because somebody that you know is not as good, is not in there. How is that going to make you feel as a player?
That makes sense.
What Gunners boss saying?
Just say, I don't understand that.
Oh, he's spelling it. He's spelling it in reverse.
Okay.
he spelled the name in reverse. Yeah, that's good as boss for you. But the next thing I'll say, unseen, and I'm going to talk to some people. Oh, you're talking about. We're gonna get to the Reyna thing because this Reyna and Berhalter thing is getting serious now, and I'd made my position. Big up before the game. Press up, bless up yourself. No, Mannings won, right? Remember, Mannings won under 14.
Right.
Mannings went to D Cup final. Mannings went to D Cup semi-final with a under 16 team, and only one player from Mannings in there. So what?
Mannings is up. Mannings, you forgot protest, man.
Javin Williams, no, but it's not it. Yeah. The point I'm making is that you have players also playing in the Premier League. So parenting is important. And I'm going to say to parents of boys, a lot of the parents in Jamaica, especially the mothers, especially the mothers. There are some mothers in Jamaica, single mothers, that they have their sons and them son of talent and them give up them sons to men, give up them sons to school, give up them sons to club and collecting money on their son's behalf because they have look at talent. It is the same thing like prostituting your daughter, you know. You basically give up rights to your decision making in your son's life. You give him up, yeah.
Then get house, then get fly.
Okay. So before the game, what happened is that so the under 17 team is in camp preparing, have been for a while. So there are 5 Phoenix players in the initial squad. 4 made the cut and 1 did not. All right. So what has happened is that the other 4 are basically given an ultimatum to leave the camp to join the one who did not make the cut. 2 decided to stay in the camp, 2 left the camp. And so that is what we're discussing. Right? And we from our big up the Cobra, top 10, bless up yourself as well. Yeah, man. Oh, from our thing is that the parenting of the 2 that stayed is way stronger. In fact, of the 2, there are a couple they actually live with the operator of the club.
Of the academy.
Right, so which means he is their primary caregiver.
The guardian at the moment.
Yeah. So they have parental right, and I think that parents will give their kids to school and say, yeah, man, just and them get house out of it. Them rebuild them house, them paint them house, them get TV, them get fridge, them get whatnot.
500 block.
Them get block, them get steel. Listen, you need to stop doing that to your kids for money. You're selling out your kids and selling them over to people who make decisions. And even if it's Manning's man coming to you with that, it is WRONG. Wrong.
And CXC too, you know much youth Manning's man we say go to school and them say them do them CXC. Them CXC get them passport, and when the league done it, where is it gonna win?
Yeah.
Gonna win?
They promise. And
disrespect the youth them. Wicked.
Yeah.
Enough you here, ball.
And parents need to stop doing that. Listen, I know this because I know there is a academy that I know about that they have taken kids to help them providing everything. And schools come and promise the kids things. And I've seen parents come back and apologize to the academy because the school were brainwashing them into something that they could. Basically, the schools were over-promising and under-delivering. I would say this to parents. There are some people in Jamaica who, if football don't work out, they have enough wealth in their family to take care of them. Be careful that you don't put your kids in position that if they don't work out in football, they get stuck in the cycle of failure. Right? Chris Antonio, I know that there are some American kids, like if you watch, there's a couple of videos of the game in the States that we did. The goalkeepers in that, they are in this camp. I know for sure that one of the players who have really stood out is Che Gardner. That is the son of Ricardo Bibi Gardner. So there are a couple of them, right? So there should be, I don't know how many, and let me just explain. We were talking about this earlier on Unseen Sports TV, that the thing with these things is that if you're having camps, it's going to be tough for some of the kids in England to come and be a part of a camp because they are still in school. So what they would have to do is to like enroll in school in Jamaica for the duration of the camp, because it wouldn't make sense. They come to Jamaica now, they do the camp this week, they fly back out to come back. You understand me? It says very complicated, but those who can find schools and fit in Jamaica, that is working for them. But the ones from America, I know that you will see, like I said, there will be English-based and US-based players in this under-17 team. It's a very good team. And I'll tell you, you will see several players who are playing in the JPL right now, starting week in, week out in this under-17 team, which is what you want to see. Right, Unseen?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to send something to your phone.
Okay. All right.
So we can talk about that too as well.
All right. Let me just say one other thing. Now, for some of the clubs, right? Clubs in the Premier League or in Super League or in Major League, if you have worked hard to develop a player or two and they have been called up to the under-17 squad and they are in training, do, for Christ's sake, do not call the player. Listen to me. Do not call the player. Oh, I have this man. Do not call the player. Do not call the coaching staff asking them to release the player to come and play the game. It's one player. It's two players. Let the player stay at camp and prepare. Do what is in the best interest of our kids. I'm going to give you a good example. A good example of this, is to talk to Andrew Price about how he dealt with Shamar Nicholson coming through the ranks. Sometimes you have to do what? You have to make the best decision for the child. You understand me? Mm-hmm. And look what Shamar Nicholson has done because of the influence of how Andrew Price and the Boystown community dealt with him. Right? If the players are in the camp, please, for the life of me, don't call them, tell them that you don't have match and ask them if you can release them. Go and play the one match. If you lose, man. It's one match. One dege match. And don't tell the players to tell no lie. To leave camp. You remember? I did an interview with Plantain Henry. Coach Henry, I remember he left camp.
Right. You remember his story?
You remember he left camp, and you see from that time he has not been able to keep goal again. Never recovered. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Leave the players in the camp. Okay?
So someone when you went through the bracket, right?
Yeah, but we can go. We can go through it unseen. We'll go through it. So I wanted to do that. Then I'm going to show the people. So people, we have been assembling, or that we have been assembling. The birds are busy. I mean, the birds have been working very hard. They had we had some bad weather. But
what kind of bird? What kind of bird? Pigeon?
The eagles, man. No, man, we don't deal with pigeon, man.
Oh, God.
No, man. So we are going to show you some names that we have here. Yeah. So let's do it in two halves unseen.
All right.
We may not be able to tell you all the clubs of all the players. Right?
Give you the school, though.
We'll give you the school for some of them and those things, all right? So let's look at the first 11 players, all right? So let's remove this. And so you have Tawane Lynch. Tawane Lynch has been working out, training, playing with the Mount Pleasant first team. He's a Mount Pleasant player, all right? Second on the list is Garfield Tomlinson, unseen.
Garvey Massey
High School. Rajay Taylor.
Rajay Taylor is Kingston College High School.
Kingston College. You'd have seen him in the Manning Cup. Carlton Brown. You know, Carlton Brown is one of the players from Mona.
That is the story.
Yes, so that is why I have the asterisk beside his name, because now I don't know if he will be in the team again.
Like
Then
Ligo said, Thomas is a goalkeeper. So we
yeah,
can put
good
beside him.
goalkeeper. Yeah. We can do that. All right. So the first two are two goalkeepers. So let's do that, people. We can do that. We never. All right. I said before the game, asking if this is the final squad. It don't have all the names. There are a couple of names that are not on it that will be included, but this is the closest you're going to get to the final squad. All right.
Until the official one come on.
Until there, yeah. I hear Dixon.
York Castle High School.
From York Castle. All right. Alex Xavier Gooden is the captain for Stats, centre back.
So hold on. I hear Dixon nickname is Wilberforce.
No. That's different.
Okay.
Wilberforce's first name is Odin Wilberforce.
Okay. He's on the. Oh, you have him. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 6, yeah. Alex Xavier Gooden, the Stats player.
Everybody know about him already, you know. Centre back, put SB on him, CB on him name. CB.
Hold on, that's it. Let me read this one. This one says, Richard Stewart says, man, you're sure it's Eagles you have, boss, because these birds are only found in the US. I'm pretty sure they're about John Cross. I watch it in Richard Stewart. What are you talking about? Yeah. Tyreek McKinley. Garvey Maceo. All right. The Clarendon people.
Don't know his position.
The Nashon Bolt Barrett.
Clarendon College.
Yeah. All right. Ronaldo Barrett. He plays in the Premier League for Cavaliers. He was at Hydel, but he didn't play.
Yeah, standout defensive midfielder for Cavaliers.
Yeah.
I think anybody who can play over Ronaldo Barrett is a special talent.
Yeah. Then you have Adrian Reed Jr. That is the St. George's player.
The STGC.
Right. Then you have Malik Robinson.
Garvey Maceo again.
All right. So giving you some names, you know. Remember, this is not the final list. We're just putting names that, you know, we have been watching, and from what we have been seeing, you understand me, how training going. You have Everald Swaby.
Swaby. Don't have Swaby on this.
All right. Dunstan Cohen, big baller. This is from Denby. He also went on that tour with coach Reyna Makers in Holland and did very well. Tyreek is a captain for Garvey under 16. Start right and left back for the Costa Cup team.
Who?
Yeah. I was just getting some information and seeing that CONCACAF have reduced the team list to 20 players, so only 20 players will be going.
And it's a 34 man.
And I'm telling you this is going to make this team very difficult to pick, because some good players are going to get left out if it is 20. I am telling you.
2 players take out themselves.
Who have basically eliminated themselves.
Yeah, 2 eliminated themselves.
Yep. And I hope. Yeah.
What is when I have some when I eliminate themselves based on passport?
Well, I think they're going to work out that, right? You also have Jason White.
Glenmore High School.
Glenmuir High School. All right. Denzel McKenzie.
Denzel McKenzie. He's the Washington.
Yeah,
he's, the,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's the Washington McKenzie. You know,
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
one
From Mona. That's why we have to ask. Yeah,
standing with his coach. Either you're with me or you're against me.
yeah. Orion Watson.
Reyna Watson. Glenmore High School. I hear that this player went to Barcelona at a young age.
Yeah,
Barcelona
yeah, yeah.
community, not Barcelona big team.
Club, yeah.
You know that's a mistake people always make, you know. But I don't rank them man, man. They went to Barcelona.
All right. Then you have Kemar Knox. He's from York Castle and Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
Leighton Murray.
Who is Malik? Malik CB and CDM. Strong both sides.
I soon get to that, man. Let's listen, Malik's CB.
Mm-hmm.
CDM strong both sides, can play right and left back. Very technical. He's talking about the name that we just went over, Malik. We just looked at his name. Let me tell you what the name is. Let me go back up. Malik Robinson. He's talking about.
Oh, he play center back and CDM.
Yeah. All right. So we have Orion Watson. Then we have Nashardo Gibbs. That is the Kingston College player. Yeah. Kemar Knox, Leighton Murray. There is also Kemar Knox is from York Castle and Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
Leighton Murray.
San Diego High School.
Right. Then you have Tajay Bailey.
Do you have any Tajay here?
Yeah, you have Javin Williams. That's the Manning's centre back.
Yeah.
You have Matthew Ellis, Charlie Mont, and I think he plays for Cavaliers. He's a Cavalier player.
No, he's a Cavalier player. Played Premier League for Veer last season. Now he's at Cavaliers. Jamani Bell from Woolmers. Dylan John from Jamaica College. J. Lloyd Smith, think he's at Heidel as well. And he plays Premier League for Cavaliers. So let me answer some of the comments, because remember, for those of you who are late, this is not the final list. There are other players from the US and from England that will be on the team. Okay? Again, let me say who are consideration. Remember, the players cannot just up and come. Please listen. I said it already. Let me say it again. The players from England and from the States, it's very difficult for them to come to the camp. Let me say it again. The players from England and from the United States, it's very difficult for them to leave school and come to a camp. Let me say it again. The players from England and the United States, they are going to find it very difficult to leave their school and come for a camp, go back and come for a camp. Let me say it again, because so you would not see their names on this list, right? Except for, I did say earlier that the two goalkeepers from the States that we saw in Florida, they're a part of the camp. Okay. I did also say that Ricardo Gardner has a son that lives in England who is actually having to settle in a school in Jamaica to continue his curriculum. All right. The others are working on those things, but they are a part of it. Do not go and tell people that you don't see anyone from here and there. Now start the problem.
Stop it and listen and say, okay, and let us move on. All right. Right, unseen. So that is the names, right? Have we missed out anyone?
I don't think so.
All right. Because it's a whole of work we have doing on a right, and a get stuff scattered all over the place. You understand me? I work with the program. Work with the program and don't spread no rumors. All right, so yeah. There's also a DeAndre Gallimore. I think he is a Clarendon College player.
Yeah, DeAndre Gallimore is a Clarendon College player.
Yeah. And we just saw, which is one I think that is very important, is what we just saw right here. I think this is what we should discuss and see. The fact that CONCACAF has cut it down from, I think, 30
So
to 20. Yeah. So this is going to make it very sticky. And then he's asking, what? All right, the stars are beside those names because those are the two players who decided that they were going to stick to their.
Are you with me or are you against me?
Stick to their coach's demand. Instead of going to the camp. So what they did, they actually skipped the camp to go and play a practice game for the coach. Right? So originally there was supposed to be around, I think with this changing of numbers, from 30 to 20 by CONCACAF, it will be very difficult in terms of the squad. I would not want to be the coach picking this 20-member team. You understand?
Rough, man.
I think 20 is a small number for an under-17 tournament, though.
But they have 20, but you're going to have like 3 reservoirs, so they can call you.
Yeah, but 20 is very small, when you look at the schedule,
It's a small, man. Rotation. You have to rotate. You're rough.
All right, you know that this is a good question. If there are any players from Canada, you know what is the truth? Yet I don't know if the players who are from
Peralta.
No, man. What I would say is that Jermaine Clark, very good question, because it is possible, that the players that we all think that they're all Americans actually are from Canada. You understand me? That is also possible. So tomorrow we'll verify that, Jermaine Clark. Very good question.
We just give one player name from Canada, will come from Canada.
But Peralta is a Jamaican. He's a little player what I like still, but I just think like based on the position that he plays, it will be very difficult for him to get into the present squad right now in that position.
True.
And that must be understood. And so other players should not be jeopardized for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ian. Like 20 players, people. You see the schedule. All right, let me. Unseen, I'm going to show the people the schedule because with this schedule, I think it is so difficult to have it at such I don't know, man. Let me see if I can share this schedule and thing because the games are going to come quick and fast because Jamaica's first game will be on the 12th.
The 12th.
Yeah, and I think we play again so we play on the Sunday and we play on the Thursday.
Right, we play the 12th, we play the 16th, so they're 2 days apart.
Yeah, I mean, and you have 5 changes. I think it is. So let's see if we can. I think 20 players is too little.
Small amount, man.
Yeah. Before the game, can you confirm that it's actually so? Because if that is so, let me find out. Let me just see if I can verify that information. I find that very
difficult to take.
Yeah, 20 players.
How much players was for the under 20 though? Was it in 20 also?
No, man. It's around 23. It was in 23 or 24 or something like that. And they have like the open slots and thing.
Hey, Legos have some information on the money, man. Hey, Legos. Legos.
Oh. Yeah, Gallimore is a sub. Yeah.
Legos know how to play them, man.
Yeah. Oh, U20 was 20 as well. Let me just find out if Let me just find out if the final squads will be just 20 players. Yeah. Oh, only 20 will travel officially. There is confirmation. There you go. Whoa. All your tournaments, CONCACAF only allow 20 players, both male and female. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. This is going to be a tough team. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, it was the same schedule for the under 20 and squad side. It was what CONCACAF is starting to implement, reschedule and squad size. Whoa. I like this one. CONCACAF watching their budget.
Yeah, the competition are playing in Guatemala, you know.
Yeah, the competition will be played in Guatemala. Aldine Homes. I see Ian says pending passport processing, some extremely talented players are coming from overseas. Yeah. So that's what I was saying to them, Ian, that there will be overseas players as well.
But man, what do you think?
But I can't give the names because you know there is a pending situation, but they are players from overseas. So that's why I put players from England, and I can confirm that the two goalkeepers are good once they make the final 20. And Ricardo Gardner's son, who is a very talented player, is good once he makes the final 20. Yeah.
Lynch is a good goalkeeper as well.
Huh?
Lynch is a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, no. There are some very good goalkeepers. Very good goalkeepers in this. Lynch is a very good goalkeeper. Lynch could keep in the Premier League for even Mount Pleasant.
He played in the Premier League. I think he can play a game where he saved a big penalty too.
Yeah, and he's actually being coached by the former national goalkeeper coach, Warren Barrett.
Man, one of the things that the source is the bird, the eagle, is lamenting on is that the coach says that he wants all his players to be on camp for this 5 weeks before the competition. And he's saying that if you are not on camp, he won't pick you. He won't use you. So, I don't know what will happen, man. What do you think about that?
All right, listen, if we complain about chemistry and all of that in the under 20, I think all the players should just be locked in now.
Locked in?
Yeah. From now, this is even too short a time.
5 weeks.
5 weeks is too short a time, but they have been doing some background work. But right now, they should be in camp until they leave.
So my thing is, man, during the schoolboys season or whatever, why the players couldn't camp on the weekends and then go back to school during the week?
I agree, but listen, schoolboy football is powerful, Bridget. You guys don't realize how much power.
They say bigger than the country.
I'm not saying it's bigger than the country. But I can tell you that if 5 of the top schools decide that this is not going to happen, it cannot happen.
True, man.
And then at the end of the day, a lot of these schools put more resources in the kids' life than the national program. So they think they have a right, you understand me, to say certain things.
That is why it's so difficult for some countries to qualify.
Yeah. I need somebody to tell me, because this Giovanni makes a valid point here. He says it was a disaster to keep the last year tournament in Honduras. The conditions were terrible. Can somebody give us some information on Guatemala? Because this is where the tournament will be. I mean, is it any better than the conditions in Honduras? Is the conditions in Guatemala any better than the conditions in Honduras?
Guatemala have some good stadiums, based on.
Yeah.
Guatemala have some good stadiums, man.
Yeah. We're going to show them the schedule. People, remember, if you're watching, please, if you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Like the video. You understand me? Big up Fresh God for that. Like the video, share the video. Big up Lagos, lots of information. And we need to know who Lagos is, man. The man has spit some information from DNA and see. Big up Lagos. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Big up Jarvis, over there in Canada. Bless up yourself. All right, so let me show you now, people, the the schedule and the bracket and how things will work out, and Jamaica is not in the easiest group, but I still believe that if we get it together, yeah. So the group stage, here is the schedule of games, right? So let's look at Jamaica's game. All right. Jamaica plays on February the 12th.
Right.
They play at the Estadio Nacional de Rotio Gomash Flores Stadium in Guatemala. All right. And it will be Guadeloupe versus Jamaica versus Cuba, which is
February 12th.
And so you play on the 12th, you rest on the 13th, and then Jamaica play again on the 14th, people, against Guadeloupe. Then you rest on the Wednesday, and they play again on the Thursday against Costa Rica.
So it's 2 days apart.
No, not 2 days apart. Which 2 days apart?
I mean,
is a day.
Playing 2 days.
Yeah, you play every other day.
You play every other day, yeah. So recovery and rotation is very important. Man is one.
Huh?
Recovery and rotation is very important.
Yeah.
If you have quality coaches, quality coaching staff, everything, I forgot. I think I've really checked.
All right. We have a call coming in. Let me see if I can. All right. Let's see if we can set up to take this call. Don't hang up, caller. We're coming to you. All right. Where is it now? Yes, caller. Good evening. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Yeah, good night, people. Hope all is well.
Yeah, man. All is well, Sir Ryan. How you doing? Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, man. Same to you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Oh, I don't know.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to Unseen as well.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cool. So, listen, you see the players that we have in the US, it's very likely that those guys will get their documents sorted out because it's easier to process documents from the US. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because what happens is that usually those guys, the parents, they have closer ties to Jamaica.
Yeah.
So their documents are essentially in place. So I'm not worried about the guys coming from the US. The ones I'm worried about are the ones coming from England. One has already submitted his documents, right? So he should be okay. The others are pretty questionable right now. But one of the good things is that the players are upbeat and really want to come. Yeah, all of them really want to come. They are excited about coming to Jamaica and representing the country. See?
Yeah. I know that. I know that. Maybe it's two because Gardner. He has his documents already. I guess because he's more. You understand me? So he's probably different from the others.
Yeah, because one has actually submitted his documents already. The player that's the most anticipated. I don't think he's coming. He wants to come, but there are just too many challenges where he's concerned. The best I think we can do is to get him naturalized. Naturalized, so at least he has a Jamaican passport.
And Ian, I think your line, something is wrong with the line.
Ian line, man.
Yeah, it's like you want just hang up and call back right away because it seems to be chopping up.
So you hear me now?
Yeah, hear me now.
Okay, I'll be on speaker now, so it's better. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that because in total we're 5 players from England outside of Baby's son. Yeah. And one submitted, I know he submitted. There are 2 of them, they're having challenges with obtaining documents. One is injured, or recovering rather. Yeah, and the other one, I'm uncertain if he has submitted. He may have submitted his documents. I haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get at least shred them. Hopefully, but the ones from the US, I'm pretty sure we're getting all of them. It's a matter of them picking them in the squad.
Yeah.
But that's an update on what's happening with the players that are coming from overseas.
Europe and North America.
All in all, Jamaica should have a very, very strong team. Because part of the first team and the Mexican team, and guess what? I think we can stand up to these two teams this time around.
Yeah, and I think the good thing too is that the national senior coach will be around before they go off. So
yeah, I think it's a very Our question about you and Scene. I know that the stats captain, he's a tower of strength in defense. Who else do we have that is as solid as
no man? The man is number 4 who should have been at Ajax already. Remember, he was the one who went away with Eric Reyna on that team, and he was the MVP in the tournament there when they played against Ajax and all of those clubs. Javin Williams, he's there. Quality. He's in the under-17 team.
All right, brilliant.
And
that's good because
even J. Lloyd Smith plays in the Premier League, you know, as a centre back, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, for Cavaliers. So he's also good. This team have some very good centre backs because
the player that's injured.
Yeah,
that's injured is a centre back.
Yeah, man. No, man. These guys
right.
are these guys.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's a goalkeeping and centre back.
Yeah.
Very, very strong.
Nice one.
Yeah.
What about up front?
There's a next centre back. There's a next centre back that none of us really know about. He is at Stats and plays for Cavaliers. Words on the street is better than Gooden.
Yeah, man, but he can't play under 17. But
he can't play under 17.
But the guy named Knox, the Yarcastle centre back, I think there's a next guy, I think he's Knox. Very good. So there are some good centre backs. Up front,
the Yarcastle centre back here is the best.
Yeah, Knox. They have a next guy now who is called Wilberforce, or Dean Wilberforce. He's a good striker. Some people are saying that he should be playing the Premier League, but he's very. What's the name of that forward that came from overseas, from England, in the under-20 team?
Jamar Clark.
Right. I mean, but he's skillful, kind of big, strong, muscular kind of player. So his name is Odin Wilberforce. So let's see if he will make it. But you see,
the players them big enough.
Listen, you know that this under-17 team is just as big or bigger than the under-20 team physically.
Yeah, physically, them body big.
Yeah.
And I think because so many of them playing, because even Matthew Ellis is big man.
About 5'11".
Dunstan Cohen, big. These are big men playing in Premier League.
Yeah. Listen, I think the midfield is the strongest era of this team. The midfield is going to be very, very strong. Yeah. The coach will have a nightmare picking in the midfield. Because the guys from the US, the US are good.
And you know that Ricardo Gardner's son is terrible. I mean, when I say terrible, he's a very good player as well.
And the player that may be coming from England, he's also a midfielder. He's very good.
So the midfielder are hard to pick. I think some of the players who are playing, some of the players who are going to play attacking midfield, some of them have to go spread up on the wing.
Playing other positions.
I'm going to play other positions.
That's tournament. I saw some players that look very, very good from a tournament, and there's a young man that scored 3 goals in that match. I don't know his name, but he's very good as well.
Which tournament? Where is that tournament?
No man, the trials that they had in Florida. That trial they had in Florida. The guy that scored.
The guy that scored. Yeah.
He scored a few goals.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
For me,
And there's some players.
For me though, you see, the players in Florida that stood out to me were the goalkeepers. They're very good with their feet. I mean, they are very good goalkeepers.
They use their feet well.
Some good players. There's a Chinese looking. Some good players were in Florida, you know.
Yeah.
Some good players over there.
Yeah.
And also, you know, we're not going to be difficult to pick. Right back. Right back will be hard to pick. Right back. Right back will be tough to select because this 20-man thing is madness for under 17 team, man. It's madness, man. They're young kids.
It was the under 20 every other day that we played as well.
I think it's similar.
Okay. Because somebody is saying that before the game is saying to play every 2 days at international level is very difficult. It does not provide much recovery time, especially when it's just 20 youth.
Yeah. Listen, you know something? I will try as best as I can to assist one particular player. He's at Rangers. Yeah? I'm gonna call his name, I think you know what I'm talking.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm pretty certain that in the next 2 years, this will be starting for Jamaica up front. This is a tier team up front. The next 2 years will be Hebrew starting forward.
Rangers, Scotland.
Yeah, and seeing their play today, I mean, in a very poor Chelsea team, it didn't look great. Omari Hutchinson.
Yeah.
He came on today on the right side. But I'm convinced that he will be one of those players in the squad for March when we go up against
definitely.
Mexico.
But what I'm saying though is that if you have a 15, 16-year-old that can be on the bench of a team like Rangers, come on, you're exceptional talent.
Well, people are going to say, boy, if he's on the bench at Rangers and think, you know that if anybody is going to get called in that age bracket, you know who they're going to say should be called? Who?
Ooh.
Say the name.
Yeah.
No, man.
No, I'm not saying the name.
Who is
But he's too old. He's too old.
No, man.
Part of the big interview now.
No, man.
It's part of the big interview now.
Yeah?
Yeah. My nightly fix.
Oh.
Nightly fix.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but no, man. What I'm saying though, Ian, because you're saying the play at Rangers in a couple of seasons could be in the senior team. I'm saying that wouldn't most people say that Whisper is ahead of him though, given what we have seen of him, that Whisper is probably the next in line as a youngster to step up to that level.
Hold on. All right, so let's not logic out here. Player is younger than Whisper. He's playing in a higher league than Whisper. So it's difficult, it's very unfair to compare them at this moment. Because he's younger, one. He has scored for that team he's playing for in a Premier League, right? So I don't think you can compare them at this stage. It's unfair to compare them at this stage.
What you can do though is to give them the opportunity and then see what them make out of it.
Yeah, no, but I'm seeing. We want to see Whisper in a club setting, even for a JPL team playing for Harbour View or one of those clubs. It's been very good to see him playing on that level because he has only played at the Manning Cup schoolboy level, right? So it's been good to see him in the Premier League, and then let's say he's scoring 20 goals in the JPL. There was this man is ready for the national team.
No, yeah? But all of him, you see, when him score 20 goals in JPL, people are gonna say, well, he needs to go to England now.
No.
I tell you.
No.
I tell you, can't please Jamaica.
No, what I'm saying, listen, I've seen the boy play. The boy is exceptional. But what I'm saying to you is that in order to be promoted to a national team, you have to progress at a particular level. And in Jamaica, our highest level will be our JPL competition, right? So having him play there would be a good thing. Yeah? See him playing the JPL. Because There's no doubt that this boy is talented.
But
He's
me
a
and you know he's not
switchback.
going to play though.
Well, listen.
He's not going to play in a bit.
If that young man's career is halted for any reason, because of anyone, it will be very unfortunate. Right?
No money, I go overseas.
Because,
I go overseas. I'm just not
yeah,
going
but what I'm saying is that I'm pretty certain that in the next couple of years he'll also be in the national team.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Let me just say this, right? I think, and I keep on saying this to people, I think the national team is going to be more competitive to make now than before. Because right, so and I mean, so let's see. But let me just say this: when you look at the zones, you know, this is probably, you know, sometimes you'd say weak zone. The 16 teams on this are probably going to be, when you remove Mexico, USA, and Canada, will probably also be the 16 teams vying for those spots in 2026, you know, Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, Curacao, United States, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, Guadeloupe, Honduras, Haiti, El Salvador, and Suriname. Those are the names. This is tough. Yeah. Jamaica group as Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, Guatemala. I mean,
Guadeloupe.
Yeah, Guadeloupe, Cuba, Jamaica, and Costa Rica. You look at even the group with Trinidad, they have United States and Canada in that, and Barbados, Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, Curacao. Suriname has Honduras. They have Haiti, who always have good U team, and they have El Salvador. You understand me? So you have a group with Mexico, like I said, Panama, and the host nation, Guatemala. So it's going to be a very good measuring stick to see if there is any progress in the team, you know. But yeah.
Man, I'm going to mention a name, a player that was supposed to be in the under 20 team. He's at Charlton. He's 18 years old. Kieran Anderson.
Yeah, man.
A screamer today. Yeah?
Yeah.
And people talking about CDM, who should be a CDM. Based on his talent, I don't see him not being a CDM.
Yeah.
Because he's still a teenager and he's a starting player in that team.
At Charlton.
Yeah? At Charlton.
Yeah.
So, man, when is the next under 20?
Yeah, let me say this, Ian. Let me say this, because I said it last night. You know what I want to see? Because with all the changes that are happening, we're seeing there's a lot of things that need to be worked on still, you know, because it's not where it ought to be. But we see a lot of changes in the football. But let me say this. What I want to see now is some change in terms of the fan base. These people complaining and finding fault. Number one, that must stop. Number two is that some of these players, I think they have to now start from now making a decision that, listen, 2026 is a high possibility of Jamaica qualifying for the World Cup. So I'm going to start getting my documentation. I'm going to start getting this in place and that in place. Because what I don't want to happen is that we're scurrying and trying to put things together to get this player. I want all the players who have it to just start processing whatever from now.
Man, that's happening. That is happening right now. That is happening. But the thing is that there are some players that I think Jamaica should forget about. Some players that are in England, wherever, we should leave them because guess what? They are established players. And we are calling their names and they are not interested in playing for us. And what we should do is, because we have, if you look around, we have a very good pool of players that are in and around that either want to play for us or actually playing for us right now that we should focus on. And they're young. They're young players. It's tonight I learned that Dwight McNeil wants to play for Jamaica.
Dwight McNeil?
McNeil.
Yeah, no man, that's all still news, man.
No, but what I'm saying is tonight I learned that he wants to play for Jamaica. He's only 23 years old.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, all right, what I'm saying though is that let me just say this, right? Because I think that's a good thing. But let me tell you, there is a player that I still believe that he needs, and people are going to say, well, because you know it. But I saw Kaim Paris on holidays, and the kind of things that I see this guy doing personal to get himself ready to go back to his club. I'm just saying to myself, when this guy goes back to Dynamo Kyiv, I just see him having a impressive season that is going to make even selection difficult. I'm telling you, there's going to be.
Yeah, listen, Karim Paris is an awesome player, and he has to be in our team as far as I'm concerned. Karim Paris must be there. One of my problems with Jamaica right now is centre forwards, actual number nines. We don't have much number nines.
Yeah,
I don't think we have much of that. This is why I want to see that young man from Rangers matriculate into national.
What is going on with Jamari?
Jamari is unknown at a national league team. He's not progressing as much as the others because the other players, Tyler, Dexter, those players are seen the bench for the first team.
Yeah, man, but let me keep it for.
Yeah, and I'm saying Tyler is on the bench.
Yeah.
But Jamal is not developing as fast. But the thing is that you can look at the numbers and the percentage. These are the players that were recruited. Most of them are advancing themselves to the senior teams. Yeah, far along the way, sir, because even Badminton at Stoke City, he's looking to make the first team for that team. Yeah. So, but only Jamari, but listen, I believe that Jamari will develop. Just needs time.
Yeah.
He just needs time to develop. I think he will develop.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah, man.
Anyway, people, let me leave you now. Very good show.
Yeah, man. As usual, bless you, man. Thanks for your comments and your input. Yeah, and very good. Yeah, man. Have a good night.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and see, so this is that was Ian Campbell for you, fans. You have a thought you can call in as we get ready to close. As you can see, Jamaica, and see, we're getting the echo again.
I mean?
Yes. Yeah. So we have Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, and Guadeloupe. So top two goes through to the round of 16, right? Round of 16. So Jamaica is in Group G, right? Yeah. I think 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. 8 plus. So the 3 teams goes through, and when they go through, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then they'll be joined by Nicaragua,
Puerto Rico,
Dominica, and Bermuda to make up the 16. All right. And then from there, you have the round of 16. So all Jamaica needs is really one win.
But man is man.
It's 3 teams go through from each group, so you should go through. What you
man
think?
is man. Man is man. Me do the whole if I maybe thing already. If I maybe. You understand me? So if we reach the quarterfinal, first place, we either play United States or Canada. If we reach the quarterfinal as second place, in our group, we're going to either play Mexico or Panama.
So if we reach, so go over that again.
If we reach quarterfinal in the route of winning
no man. Let's start from if we finish
All right, so we finished first.
Hold on, Anthony. Echo. The people don't ball about the echo. No. So people, let me give you. If we come third, the echo unseen. If we finish third in our group, see right here, we play the second place in E, which is over in the Mexico group. That's if we come third in our group, right? So go. All right. Yeah.
If we come, what one is one?
If we come third, we would play.
So where you carry go, we are third. Use 1 and 2.
1G.
Where you carry go, we are third.
What is causing the echo over there? All right, so give me for 1 and third then, unseen. So if we finish first if we top our group, who will we play?
Yeah, hear me, man, is one? Echo gone?
Hearing you now, yes.
All right. So if we come first, so we in a G1. So round of 16, if we come first, that's 1G, right? We're going to play Puerto Rico in the round of 16, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we need to come first and play Puerto Rico.
Right. So if we come first and play Puerto Rico, we'll go in a quarterfinal, match 26, which finds match 26 versus match 31, right? So match 31. So we'll go on match 31 over here. So
2F and 3H.
versus 3H. 2F, would I be Canada or United States? In my opinion, right?
United States.
So
we
have to check
3H. It's gonna be hard to figure that out because you don't even know what come out of the group. That's the thing.
No, but you have to go by rankings. You have to go by rankings. United States not Canada rank high.
Jamani say, if we look at the same thing, man is man.
Radam. I say to the Prime Minister, Radam. So you see, all right, now if we come second, we don't have to check the next team when we're going to play now. You understand? So we come second, right? That is 2G versus 3E. So 2G versus 3E. So we versus 3E would that be Guatemala or Curaçao? So Guatemala, man, is one. But Guatemala rank over Curaçao. All right? Who most can beat Guatemala? Well, it's going to be hard to beat Guatemala and hard still.
I don't know why you need to go through that. I can't go through those things. Those things are like, I don't know. You know. All I say, listen, I don't think we should go through all of that, man. What I'll say is this: listen, the fan base. I will say this to you, and this is not meant in any disrespectful way, but there are certain conversations that I'm not going to engage in for this season. It's a new year, a clean slate. I want to give all the players, the administrators, a clean slate to operate from. All right. So that is up to the middle of the year. If come the middle of the year, things are not looking good, then I will change tone. But I will engage in the kind of conversation that are solution-based to the football. And so that is why we have been trying to get perspective from persons outside of Jamaica, as wide a view as possible to better educate our conversations, right? Because I think part of the difficulty we had in the last 2 years is really the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Is really the fan base. And so the fan base must be careful and manage what they say. Let me help to let you know what I mean. Sometimes the players don't listen, but when a player And there are some things that I've been privy to recently. When a player is when contact is made in terms of the possibility or the likelihood of them representing Jamaica, one of the things that they will do is begin to engage their social media managers to manage every click that their name is mentioned. So say for example, let's use a player. Dwight McNeil that just came up. If I just said that, maybe there's somebody immediately listening. If when they begin to listen, they hear management or someone else saying that we don't want them Monday, we don't want them Monday, and those things impact final decisions. All right, though it is a person's opinion. All right, it is the same way the local players feel as well. When I say the local players, that I mean those who play locally and those who are born locally. If when they come onto their social media managers hear the conversation and it is highly skewed towards only players outside of Jamaica, it does affect them. So we have to ensure that we engage going forward in the kinds of conversation that is inclusive of everyone and solution based, and we add value to the discussion and not just take. Now, it does not mean that when things have fallen, we are not to criticize. But I just think because so much has changed, we need to allow the new thing to take place, give them time to settle in, to start working, and then we will see. Because if after 6 months there is no website, after 6 months there is no access to merchandise, after 6, you understand me? If you begin to see these things, then we can do that. Right, Unseen. What do you think about that, Unseen? Man, see a car just drive through your house. You're muted, Unseen.
Ask him how me alive. I'll be dead.
They probably drive through the downstairs.
Yeah, them drive downstairs. True.
Yeah, man. Parish Council says JC, KC, and CC should make up the under 17 team. How do you come to that conclusion, Parish Council?
So why not protest? Because I want JC play that side.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, how did he come to that conclusion? Because did JC win under 16 or under 14 All Island?
Jason Bally and shooting a new music video in there.
They were talking in your house. Valiant shooting a new music video in your house.
Yeah, man. Speed off.
Oh, my song there, Speed Off. You see, poor
Speed Off.
Oh, I don't even know that thing. Oh, he's saying that it's just a suggestion. No, but there are other good players, man. There are other good players all across the league and stuff. So it would not be. And remember, you don't know how many of the Clarendon players are under 16 who played in the DaCosta Cup team and JC and KC. So you understand me?
One is man, I forgot fix Parish Council, you know. Parish Council say, I think you should stay local.
Well, again, here's what I'm learning and seeing. That's his opinion. All I will say is that I don't agree with his opinion. But I don't think we need to take him on.
No, I don't mean take him on, but
yeah. Because it's
some pointers.
Well, what I'm saying is that Ricardo Gardner's son is living and playing in England. Why shouldn't he be given a chance to play? If he's he's better than some of the players. The keepers are quality keepers. Why shouldn't they? Why? And remember, these are kids who they travel. Some of them travel to Jamaica. Their parents come to Jamaica regularly. Why shouldn't they be played? They're right in the United States. They are Jamaican. They go to their houses. They listen to Jamaican music. They celebrate the Jamaican holidays. Why shouldn't they be played? Yeah. But there are others. So our parish council. I don't want to do that, because I don't want the people to take you, because some of these people, so I better leave you alone here, sir. And see you take your hand. Because I'm trying to
No,
save you,
me not take him on.
Giovanni, I'm very cautious as to the YouTube news I watch. Too much stringing the people along, and I can't be. Oh. So
What was it?
no, I guess, and people. Let me talk to the vloggers, then, brethren, vloggers. We have to be. I don't know because I don't listen to everything and everyone. But all right, listen. All right, let's go be. I know you work hard, and getting money from these things is important. But your character is way more important. All right? Your character is way more important. It's better to get 10 views and do the right thing than do the right thing and get 1,000. Trust me.
True, man. Credibility. Yeah, incredible.
You listen? Yeah. Just be credible. I do videos, people. And you know this. That Unseen, you and I know this. We do videos sometimes 100 and odd views it get. But
50
we go,
views.
right? Yeah, 50 views.
We think authentic.
We could do some things and create major. Listen, me have news and Premier League that I could have just throw it there and string out and thing, and settings, But no.
Even with the under 17, we could have get more things out. You understand what I'm saying? We have to hold it.
Yeah, dear Cobra. You see,
Yo, the man have some name though.
Oh, all right, parish council, boy, we can't go back through that now. A lot of money, a lot of Clarendon, Glenmuir, Garvey Maceo.
You watch our back show, man.
I can't go through JC, Casey, Woolmers, Jago, Stats. Oh my Lord. I spoke about Kai Miles, who is a 14-year-old champion college player who will be captain in the under 15. That's why he's not in this team as well. So we can't go back through that. Please, parish council, spare me. But if you go back, there is a video, right?
Parish council, just watch out about the video when you finish. Watch the first part of the video. You get all the information on.
You will see the list there and you can do it, right? So, Mannings, your plan is to placate the Jamaican football going forward, a clean slate approach. What brought about this? Your Christian values, or is it based on where and things you see the JFF doing? All right. Very, dear Cobra, listen, I'm learning from people like you, You understand me that the truth is that people deserve a chance. I think Dennis Strong, who has come on, deserves a chance. I think Chris Deering deserves a chance. I think the new coaching staff deserves a chance. I think the players deserve a chance. All right?
One is man, run left now, yeah?
Yeah, man, walk. Speed off.
Yeah, speed off like a car go downstairs.
All right. People, you hear that? Man, speed off downstairs now. Is a mansion unseen living, That's it. Bless up yourself, unseen. Thank you so much, as usual, my brother. Yeah, man. All right, cool. All right. Yeah. So that's my thing. And I did say, though, that where things are wrong, we have to call them out. We have to call them out. Right? We have to call them out. But we must also operate respectfully. Every year we have to grow, I mean, I want to be better this year than I was last year. And part of that is engaging the audience, the fans, in a better way, and engaging my guest in a better way. I was at the game at Draxall, and I met somebody who is in an important role in sports administration in Jamaica. You know what was good for me? He said to me, listen, you're one of the persons I listen to. And he says there has been only one video is that you said something. And I said, how could you have said that? And I explained to him how I came by the information. And he says, listen, next time, if you need information, feel free to call me and I will verify it for you because you're very credible. That means more to me than stirring up fights and quarrels and that kind of a thing. That's it. Yeah, I get the clickbait stuff of you, but let's be some good information. Hey, Jason, you guys go have to give it. Yeah. Big up before the game. All these parents and grandparents left Jamaica for a better life. Okay. Yeah, Christopher, right. Up, up, up. Big up John Spence. Man, is the most important component is the fickle fan and the lack of openness to change. The backward thinking has and that's what I'm saying, Jason. That is why I need people like you, like in these forums, and this is maybe a New Year's message. In these forums, we have to, all right, we have to do that. So I tell people, I don't want to get involved in who should be selected. Like, because everyone has an opinion that is different and it's going to cause argument. So here's what we do. Let's look at who is selected and then we talk. Because the truth is, there's very little we can do in terms of team selection. I think sometimes we have too much unnecessary information. And I also believe that when people say this player and that player can play, like I said, there are some things I respect people, so I don't want to discredit anyone. All right. But there were players that were touted to have interest in representing Jamaica. And it is the furthest thing from the truth. Let me just say that. The furthest thing from the truth. So, not because someone has Jamaican heritage means he wants to play for Jamaica. But everyone who has Jamaican heritage who wants to play for Jamaica should be given the opportunity. And my argument is, like Chris Deering did a very important interview on this channel. And one of the key things he said, listen people, he said that though we are not a first world country, we can offer first world treatment. He says the players must have a wow. And he gave the example of the West Indies cricket team when he was there with the West Indies cricket board. He said when the players left their luggage, the next time they saw it was in their hotel rooms. I think when that is fixed, then all of these conversations, first class, all of these conversations where we get into about this player and which player and all of those things, should it create more divide and argument with people we don't even know. These are just names. We are interacting with names. We interact with names. And I don't want, just give things the process and let us seek to find about as much as we can and engage. When you see other people say, no, that's not the way to deal with it. Let's help others to have better conversations. All right. This one says, serious talk, bro. Man, I don't like to call it a New Year. I don't like to call it a New Year's resolution. I am not going to follow mainstream media. That's their mantra, to dig up dirt and to see who knows it first. That needs to change. Good point. No team that selected will please everyone from Corner League. That's a good one. First class. Thank you, Jason. Javada says, man is man, we are fans. The slate is only new until the next whistle blow and hits the fan. uh, some fans in our precious first world country need to think first. And this is so funny. Your comments are hilarious. Oh my lord. All right. This is what. Yeah, let's look at Dukla now. Send on the drama and the Ray management. Run up the view. Lord of mercy. What you calling? Big up Ryan LFC. Don't do them things there. You know, Dukla, you create problem when you call up people name. Don't well, they're not calling the name, but don't put the man name in there, man. Don't do that. Big up Ryan LFC. Listen, everybody has a way of doing their thing. And there's a space for everyone. All I will say is that, and I'll put me in it first. And listen, for those of you who have my number or you have the channel number, if you have my private number or the channel number, if you hear me going down a path, send me a text message. Call in and say, man, I think you should not go down that path. I think you should stop. You understand me? If I go there, then correct me afterwards. Listen, because like I said, for me, it's about being better. You cannot live 365 more days and be the same like the last 365. You have to do better. Your conduct, your speech, your love, all of these things must be better. Don't just grow older, grow wiser. And I mean, I understand when we lose a game, everybody must be upset. Bad decision, but we must do that and still show respect for people. And don't. Information also needs to be given on a need-to-know basis. So I'm not going to do a video saying that this player I'm not going to play for Jamaica. It's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. Like, the people don't need to know that. There are certain things that the people don't need to know. Age does not guarantee maturity. There you go. Big quote that Jason before the game says evolve. Are you evolving? Are you evolving? So I expect this year to have better discussion on this platform to engage people at a higher level and to be challenged. I want to come on and to know that I can't come and talk crap or people will not listen. Like, I want people to be able to logically reason out what I say and all of that and say, listen, this makes sense. And when it doesn't make sense, people say, listen, this is not logically sensible. When we put all the things together, what you're saying don't make any sense. And if that is the case, then people should leave and say, listen, we are protesting against nonsense. Let's challenge the media in general to lift the levels. Because too many of the fans, here's what happened with the fans. The fans' energy feed the media. In other words, if you stop demanding nonsense, people begin to share sense. But some of us like the Ray and the Tay and the Nay and the conflict and the cuss and the passa and the radam and all of those things. And so what we do, we fuel it. So you now begin to challenge management and every other media person you engage with and say it's time for a change. So mix up, whatever they want to call it, right? Good. You understand me? Yeah, man, I'm done with that. But I don't, again, do not misunderstand me. where the right things are not being done, it must be spoken. It must be brought to light. And people must know the truth, and they must know the facts surrounding it. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to drop a thumbnail. We have an interview with Clemson Tiger. Yeah. He's a Clemson Tiger. He will be on the show tomorrow. Talking to us. Also played at the World Cup. He's going to be on the program tomorrow morning. It will be a good one. And yeah, we have some CFU and CONCACAF people who will be coming to talk to us in a few days about the World Cup in 2026. There is also, just wanted to know that on Sunday evening, there's going to be a very important program. We're going to discuss female football and the kind of resources needed to help our reggae girls to have a successful campaign. And here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. All right. On that program, there will be a number, an account number for you to give directly to the reggae girls. That's how important that program is going to be. That's on Sunday. All right. So we're going to discuss that. All right. Giovanni says, true. Why make players' personal decision public when you know the repercussions will be negative? When that player finally makes a decision to represent that player, will never be welcome. There you go. So exactly, that's what I'm saying, Giovanni. If a player says no, don't come and tell the people that. Oh, an opinion that ignores facts is the definition of stupidity. People, you need to screenshot this. An opinion that ignores facts is the definition of stupidity. That's a good one. Unseen is back. Yeah. This one says, please remember to comment on Reyna's situation. All right, we have 17 minutes. Listen, you can call in, talk to me about the Reyna issue. I think because Peralta has been removed, Reyna should also be removed. I think Reyna should have nothing to do. I think his son should be suspended from the national team. I do not agree with what they did. Here is why. The coach, these guys grew up together. The ladies grew up together. 2 friends, male, married 2 friends, female. 31 years ago, there was an incident. You're going to use that against the man for your son to get more playing time in the World Cup? Come on. That is not right. That is not right. And it is not that the team was playing bad. The team was getting the result. If you played with the coach, you should have had a conversation with the coach and say, what is happening? What does my son need to do? Don't get the man's family involved and make this whole thing public. No, a man is going to lose his job. Why should you keep yours? Why should you keep yours? And other players should protest this player being a part of the team. That's my decision. It's wrong. And when he spoke, he didn't put it in context. He didn't say, I remember X amount of years ago, this is what happened. He presented it. They presented it like it was something that recently happened. So when the thing came out, all who was reading it felt like this was just a recent incident. It's after the facts were presented that the majority knew that it happened 31 years ago, and the people have been happily married for 25 years. I'm disappointed in them. Just for the sake of playing some football, you tear down a person's character. When your son can go and play in the World Cup in 2026, come on, man. You don't deal with a family like that. You don't deal with people who you call your friends like that. So, let me ask this. When he doesn't play for his club, does the father go and do the same thing, dig up dirt and present it and stuff? Or this is just because he played football with this guy? Is it familiarity that has bred contempt in this situation? I'm very sure that he could not do this at Dortmund. I am sure he could not do this at Dortmund. Right? Yeah. It's not like the American team was being walloped by teams. The players, so Tyler Adams' parents should come and complain. The players who did not make the squad, should their parents come and complain? I have an issue with this thing. Why do you believe your son deserves more playing time than anyone else? Why? What about the players who think they're better than him and he made the squad over them, and they're thinking that he should not have been in the squad over them? If you want your son to start all the while, go and build your own team. Get some more kids. Get some more kids and build your own nation, build your own team, and enter your own World Cup. Because you could not do this at the club. And I'm wondering, when he, at the club that he operates, doesn't start a player, would he allow this? Would he allow this kind of behavior in the club that he's overseen? But listen, I don't think it is blackmail. I think it is more like, listen, you don't want me to go there, you need to just give the man some time. Like very casual. I don't know. I just feel like it was one of those conversations. You remember that time, we couldn't make that go public, and I know you don't want that. That those are the subtle little suggestions. I don't like it. Because if the coach really gave into this, it means that he's opening up himself to other people using the same strategy. You don't want to set the precedent that parents can come and do this. And I'm very sure that Reyna would not allow this at the club that he oversees right now. If a player tried that, he would be removing him out of the club. And he could not do this at Dortmund. He couldn't do this at Dortmund. He cannot call the people at Dortmund and say, hey, my son not playing. They would run him out of town. Send him out on loan in some backbush places. Let him have to come back and play some MLS. All right, Giovanni, I get your message. I'm not going to post it though. But I get your message. I like to play on words, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That when he was playing, everything was okay. And it's not like the team was playing bad. Many of us we were impressed with the team. It's not like the midfield was playing bad. the team, Weah was playing well, Adams was playing well, Musa was playing well, McKinney was playing well. Come on, man. This is so wrong. And like I said, people, would he allow this kind of a behavior at the club that he's over? Number one. And will he take the same measure at Dortmund when his son sits on the bench? Or he's going to tell me that that is not the national team? I am sure that if a Jamaican was at his club and did that, he would kick out that Jamaican immediately. He would not tolerate it. He's not a player that I've always been fond of when he was playing for the USA. No. Reyna guy, no. Was a good player, but he always carry on in some ways that I never liked on the field of play. Let's leave it at that. Big up Owen Jump. A check on the under 15. We'll tell you more about that. The under 15. I know that Kai Miles is going to be leading that team, and a big baller from Campion College. He will be there. Kajay Williams as well. Two very good ballers right there, I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah. I know Jamaica also sent two coaches to do I think Donovan Dukie and Lee Croft Letman are doing the CONCACAF A level course. What did he who Duckland? Man, Reyna always give problem, man. There's always a carry on the field, and like, listen, when that Salas and those guys were playing with Reyna, you know, those guys acted like they control CONCACAF and they control referees and control everything that happened, you know. Those guys gave Jamaicans very warm time, you know. I'm telling you, you know. Like somebody said, I mean, this is what happens when you have parents who want to control everything. They don't know when to let go. What if George Weah went and complained about the playing time of his child? Blin went and complained about, come on, man. Did Mason, you saw Mason Mount father complaining about his playing time for England? That's nonsense, this. Nonsense. Can you imagine Wesselbrook mother come complaining that he's on the bench? Okay, Duckland, you're alone. I'm going to conversation there, Duckland. Duckland, you know what you need to do, Mr. Duckland? You need to you need to come and share those views for yourself. Yeah, but this money going there. Positive we stayed. Positive. Before all this drama, it was said Reyna would often throw tantrums on the pitch if things weren't going his way in his academy days. We shouldn't have expected a better, to be honest, like father, like son. That is pay to play mentality in America. Yep, there you go. That is where it stemmed from. Like you deserve this. It's not merit. You should be. You should be. Like I played for the national team, so you should be. No, don't Dennis Rodman's daughter rub bench for the US national team. Come on, the female team. Come on, man. And I'm saying that he's not going to do this at Dartmouth, and no player can do it at his club. That is my thing. But people, we have like 2 minutes to go. So here's what. I want to thank all of you. This has been such a good show. Really enjoy my time and my company with you. We want to keep it positive. Remember to join us in the morning for that big time interview. We're going to push out the thumbnail right after this video. We have some big shows. I'm so excited. We have some super shows. We have some exclusive. This is going to be a January like no other. I tell you that. We have people from Europe and North America and the content of Africa who will be discussing football in this month of January. It's going to be phenomenal. So stick and stay with I Am Sure Sports. We have to move beyond just Jamaica's football, right? We have to make the thing global if we're going to be a proper operating channel, right? We're making several changes as well to how the platform operates and things. So you'll see that beginning in February, changing some of the dynamics and, have set schedule and time so you can know what to expect when. All right. So listen, again, thank you so much for being a part of the show. The 3 things you can do, remember to like, share, subscribe. All right. Jason, I was going to say that. Then I said, if I mention country, everyone would know who. So definitely, definitely, Jason, definitely in this month is going to happen. Definitely. I promise you that in this month it is going to happen. Definitely sooner than you think. But we're hoping that we can get a president from a nation. You can imagine a president from a nation doing an interview on I Am Sure Sports. Yo! Boy, I tell you, Steph Curry, if we were to go through that, we'd have to start over the show. So you're going to have to watch it over by yourself because the show is actually ending now. I want to thank everyone for being a part of the show. Before the game, bless up yourself. Thank you. Right, so big up. Thanks to everyone for all the comments. Unseen Sports TV, want to thank him for coming on and supporting us as usual. We do a lot of work together. All right. The Iceman is going to be, we're going to in studio, right? The Iceman is in studio. Understand me, but the El Presidente is going to be virtually, because they are in the continent of Africa. All right, and we have a professor who's supposed to be on, very, So we have some good things coming in January, man. Trust me. Sunday is going to be one of those. Next week, Thursday is going to be one of those. The 13th is going to be one of those. Hey, so big things. All right. But people, we're going to have to run. I am man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And when it gets to this point, we say we are over and we are O-U-T out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.